So Brian and Jerry talked about not being from the area. I think I'd probably take that a step farther. And to take that yet even another step farther, when I joined the company, we made a sales call with the Italians, who were owned by the Germans, who wanted to know why the Brits, that were run by an American, should get to design their engines. So we go completely around the globe. So new approaches to manufacturing, creating the right environment for growth. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we've been fortunate to do based on some of the funding programs available. I'm probably going to talk equally about the people and what we're doing as an organization to create culture and motivation, enthusiasm, and commitment. So the company in the recent past had embarked on a diversification program. And when we looked at the brand, when I came to the UK after running the US company, we said, what does the brand resonate with? And at the time, we were involved in wind energy, UAVs, aerospace, and defense. But we'd go visit customers, and they were confused. They said, we're sorry, we don't understand. You're Cosworth. What are you doing in all these different markets? So we assessed our core competencies and the markets that best resonated with our brand, and we made a conscious decision that we were going to manage out of a lot of these peripheral markets. And right now, our strategy is to focus on 3 core markets. Motorsport, which you might say is in our DNA, automotive OEM, and then the aftermarket. Now, I think it was Drucker that said, culture eats strategy for breakfast. I think it was Edison that said, vision without execution is hallucination. So what we try to do at Cosworth is we're building a culture that ensures it supports our strategy, and we're also making sure we spend a lot of time on planning and execution. And now when I walk around all our different facilities, all everybody talks about is execution, execution, because frankly, without it, then the best dreams we have aren't going to create the outcome we want. So we asked the employees, what are the values that we stand for? We got out of it commitment, excellence, passion. You can read them. But I think one of the things that we're trying to emphasize is that we have to live and breathe that every day, and that has to be from the board to the shop floor, and I might add, especially in that order. So one of the keys is building that culture is to empower the people, and we spend a lot of time now training. So we've got 50-year-old manufacturing that we are now training people with lean manufacturing and other tools so that we can be very efficient and competitive. And at the end of the day, what we want to do is we want to empower them, we want to educate them, increase their skill sets, which frankly increases their earning power. I ask them not to all ask for more money at the same time, but if they're increasing their skill sets and their earning power, they're increasing their spending power, and that's going to stimulate the economy as a whole. We're also working very hard. I think 10% currently of our workforce in Northampton are apprentices, both in engineering, production engineering, and manufacturing, and we want to continue to build on that and support programs. This was part of the Bloodhound Rocket program, where we brought a lot of young people in for engineering studies. So we work on advanced employee training, improving their skills, improves their wages. I think the other key is making sure that people are motivated and fulfilled. And I think this was a part of the diversification plan that not only employees understood, because, well, I work for Cosworth, right? We make race car engines. Why am I working on wind energy? And they didn't get the connection, and I think we lost a certain amount of not commitment, but the understanding of our business to sufficiently push that motivation and especially fulfillment. Without motivation and fulfillment, we're not going to get the retention that we want. So what we're trying to do now is build unique facilities that enable us to realize our potential, and we are driving the front end of the business commercially, and no disrespect to any of our engineers, but they don't make as good of a salesperson as a salesperson is. So great engineers, but we want salespeople and marketing people to drive the front of the business, but then drive the other end of the business through operational effectiveness and excellence by improving the performance of the assets we have while we build new assets as well. So what we're trying to do now, you'll see evidence of it in a couple of slides, is a new manufacturing facility. And Jerry talked about cutting metal, and we want to make metal cutting glamorous. We want to take the traditional manufacturing that people think may not be as attractive as more glamorous occupations, and through state-of-the-art manufacturing, which requires a lot of technology, a lot of training, and a lot of innovation, make it much more attractive for them to be involved in that. So our new facility is a completely automated, flexible manufacturing system that your traditional machinist may not be able to operate. Now, we want to, again, motivate them to get trained to operate it, but we want it to be a much more glamorous view of manufacturing. Jerry also referred to 20,000 units. Well, as a manufacturer, that's our target market. We're not going to compete with the very large companies, and yet we don't want to only build prototypes, but we want to cost-effectively manufacture, design components and complete engine assemblies and do it very cost-effectively. So the new facility will include informatics. It's labeled our Jubilee facility. We're getting ready to celebrate our 50th anniversary in Northamptonshire, and we're very proud about the location and the support that we get. This is an architectural rendition, so this particular facility is an existing facility. This is the new facility down the road from the existing facility. So the new facility will bring castings in. It will have complex, precision machined blocks, heads, dry sumps, and other components that'll come out, and it'll go into the other facility for completely assembled engines. So we're blending manufacturing technologies, research and development, not only in products, but in advanced manufacturing and supply chain as well. And again, we are targeting the niche volume or limited production performance road car market. We are going to take our capabilities, whether it's low carbon footprint or downsizing, use that to design engines that then we're going to go to Brian and try to sell them. Where's Brian? So let me talk to you before you leave. But we want to use this motorsport-inspired capability to then leverage in the automotive OEM segment. So we're going to focus on the unique advantages and the core competencies we have, very specific growth markets where both internally and externally people understand what we do, why we do it, and that it resonates with the brand. And without the support of the local and central government, that new facility and the training programs that we're embarking on would not have been possible, so we appreciate that very much. I tried to make it quick because everybody's probably hungry, so the last speaker, I noticed there was more time allotted for me. That didn't mean I had more to say, but I also recognize that everybody's been very patient and very hungry, so I appreciate the time and the opportunity. Thank you.